And just like that, once again, it's on What's Up World. It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the Ridin Durty with Vic XL show. And we come to you every week, man. We give you beats, rhymes, hip hop, and everyday life. That's right, I'm a grown ass man. It ain't just about the hip hop, it's about everyday life, man. This show is for the people who are out there doing their thing, whether it's sports related, whether it's music related, whether it's just life related. This show is for you. One time for WRFG 89.3 FM, where I started my radio career over 15 years ago, and they held your boy down, and I gotta say thank you for them. If it was no WRFG, there wouldn't be a Ridin Durty with Vic XL show. So one time for them. Now, shouts out to everybody on the check-in, man. Y'all checking in right when the show starts. Y'all the real Ridin Durty fam, and nothing but love for y'all. One time for my girl Sandy. One time for my man Marco checking in. I know good and damn well Marco will be, my man Polo is probably watching the game and watching me. But hey man, it's a great game. So one time for everybody checking in, watching the game, but also checking in Ridin Durty with Vic XL. Polo, the Fire, aka GSPN. That's my dog. We go back like you goes. Alright. Now, before we get the show started, y'all know all the time we gotta let you know the show is brought to you by the one and only Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. That's right, an all-natural cleanser that promises that you can lose up to 10 pounds. I'm sorry, I'm saying it backwards. It promises you to lose 25 pounds in 10 days. That's right, it's summertime. Y'all want to get straight. I just had to pause there. Y'all want to get straight for the summertime. You want to get bikini fine for the summertime, then try Dr. Juice Cleanse. This product provides stress relief, stops the aging process, removes mucus and plaque from your body, and does all kind of other good things. But if I sit here and tell you everything that Dr. Juice Cleanse does, then you will have absolutely, positively no reason to check out the product. So what I need you to do right now is go over to www.drjuicecleanse.com, find out about the product, tell them Vic XL and Ridin Durty with Vic XL sent you. Alright? And I'm not sure how much, the product goes for, but you know what? I can guarantee if you tell them you heard about it from Ridin Durty Radio, your boy Vic XL, they're going to hook you up with a little discount. They might even send you something for the free. So again, Dr. Juice Cleanse, owned, minority owned and operated. That's right, 100% natural. So y'all please mess with them. Alright, now, real quick, let me get these birthdays. You know what, before I get the birthdays out of the way, I want to send a rest in peace. And this goes out to all my old school hip hop heads. Or if you're a historian of hip hop or know about old school hip hop, I want to say rest in peace to the educated rapper of UTFO. The group UTFO that brought you the hit record Roxanne. The educated rapper has passed. So if you're familiar with that group and you're familiar with the last verse, it was delivered to us by the educated rapper, and he lost a long bout with cancer over the weekend. So rest in peace to the educated rapper. Alright, now, I want to send out my birthdays. First and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to L.A. Reid, formerly of LaFace Records. He was just president and was responsible for bringing Epic Records back. So L.A. Reid he was born in 1956, he turned 61 today. So happy birthday to L.A. Reid. Happy birthday to my man Fetty Wap, he turned 26 today. Happy birthday to Sway Lee of the group Ray Sherman, he turned 22 today. Happy birthday to Iggy Azalea. Y'all remember her? Iggy Azalea? He's 59 years old today if he was still with us. Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday to Hall of Famer and retired NBA veteran Allen Iverson. He turned 42 today. Happy birthday to, if you're a Laker fan, you know this gentleman, Jordan Clarkson, point guard for the Lakers. He turned 25 today. And last but not least, happy birthday to Kim Whitley. That's right, actress Kim Whitley. Happy birthday to her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know when I'm coming to you, gentlemen, I have somebody on the line. So on the line right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get real close to your computer, your mobile device, however you're checking out the show. Before I bring my guests on, because people tell me I don't tell them how to check out the playback. So first and foremost, if you listen to the show on Blog Talk Live, Blog Talk right now live. I gotta say thank you. You can also check out the show. You can check out the archive shows on Blog Talk Live or on SoundCloud, Ridin Durty Radio. All right? Or you can go to YouTube to the Ridin Durty TV page and check out the show. Or Facebook Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, right now on the line, and y'all know I love to bring y'all that brand new talent first. We have Mr. Jamel Thomas. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you for having me. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great, man. This weather in the GA is wonderful, and hey man, I'm glad you're on the show. Let the world know. Let's start off by letting the people know, where is Jamel Thomas from?
Well, let me just start off by saying I wish it was as good weather down there. I'm calling from the 6th right now, actually. I'm calling from Toronto. So that's where I'm from.
So what
about here?
What is the views from the 6th like?
Well, you know what? Aside from the album, I mean, just the way we get down is just like, it's like, you look at it kind of like Baby New York. They used to call it Baby New York, and it really is. It's like, I would say like 1/10 of New York when it comes to the size of the city, but the people that are in it are just, you know, we're all chill, we're all down. Everybody out here thinks that they're a star, or thinks that, you know, they got something going on. So that's why they call it the Screwface Capital. You know what I mean? That's what they called it back in the day. But, you know, 6 is chilling right now. We're good. The views are real good right now because we got Drake doing it. We got The Weeknd doing it. So it's nice. 10 years ago, it was a little bit more sour.
All right. You know what? Because I've been involved with hip-hop for so long, I remember the first Canadian hip-hop artist I ever heard of was a gentleman by the name of Maestro Fresh West. Have you heard of him?
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. Yo, Maestro. These eyes, and again. These eyes, that was the joint. He's been doing it since the late 80s. Since, like, I was born around that time, so, you know.
Yeah, that was the first hip-hop artist I heard from Canada. So, let the people know, first, what's it like growing up in Canada, and when did you fall in love with hip-hop, and what made you want to be a hip-hop artist?
Okay, well, you know, I grew up without my father, so I grew up around my older brothers and cousins. And I was raised, like, in the 90s. I was, you know, in my 10s, like, you know, 1 through, you know, the beginning of the 90s. So I saw the 90s. I grew up in that kind of culture, especially around my brothers, my cousins. So I grew up with all the classics. And I would say around the time I was in high school, before that, when I was 12, I wrote my first rap, kind of like it was a Method Man verse off a RZA album. So I wrote it down, and I started reciting it back, and I just kind of surprised my brothers one day. I jumped off and I spit the whole Method Man verse, and that's what kind of set it off. And then in high school, I was walking down the hall one day, and these cats were battling, the older cats, seniors. So they were battling, and I kind of got inspired by that, and that day I went home, and I wrote my own rap. So that's how it all started. And then from there, just, you know, growing up in high school, you might get into a little trouble, you might cut class, just kicking it on the corners with my boys, freestyling, you know, drinking, chilling out, doing whatever kids do. And freestyle skills got better, and I just started to take music more seriously as I got older.
Would you say your brothers introduced you to hip-hop, or what was the introduction?
Oh, 100%. That was the introduction. First tape I got in my hands, I was like, I think I must have been 4. I think I was around 4. And my brother gave me Criss Cross.
All right,
so that old one, you know, Criss Cross, the old joint, yeah. So that was my first tape. I was just raised in it. I mean, Wu-Tang Clan, when they dropped, I was like 5 or 6. So, I mean, I remember that whole movement. I was just brought up with it. I always loved it. And then, you know, I always, when I write now, when I make songs, I think first of all about the people who grew up in that era and just kind of making them proud, first of all. And just taking it from there. You know, when I write my raps, I think about my brothers, when they're going to hear it, what they're going to think. You know, so Yeah, man, I just wanna contribute and make good music, and still stay true to the roots, but still keep it something new, something fresh,
I can definitely dig that. I can dig that. How do your brothers feel about you pursuing a music career? Did they have any idea that when they introduced you to the music, or when you kicked that first freestyle, that you would take this serious and pursue it professionally?
I'm not sure, I've never asked them that, and I wonder. I mean, I know that they would say that they had faith in me, but I don't know if they really expected it until they heard it. I would say after the time I spit that first Method Man rap when I was 11, I could tell that they could tell I had skills, like I knew how to spit, in the public, in the public sphere. So I just, I know that they're proud. I know that they're looking forward to my new stuff, and I know that they really did like Acclaim when I put it out. So definitely, I think they're behind it 100%.
All right, you mentioned growing up without a father, but you did have your brothers to help rear you. How did growing up without a father affect your life, and does that come out in your music today?
I wouldn't say it comes out in my music because I never mentioned it in my music yet. But also, just in life in general, it's like I never knew it, so I never really knew anything else. As I'm getting a little bit older now, I realize, there's certain things that, having, like, a father would help to rectify, like if you have just somebody to, support you financially and really put you on the right path all the time. My oldest brother, Quincy, who's the one mainly who I'm talking about here, he's about 14 years older than me, so he was able to guide me, through certain areas of life and kind of provide that anyways. So, I always feel that I'm a big believer in the Father and God, so I know He looks after me too, so,
All right. Have you had a chance to meet your biological father?
No, I haven't. I know he's in Lebanon. That's what I know.
Okay. If you got a chance to meet him, what would
He's
you
out
say?
there.
If you got a chance to meet him, what would you say to him?
Oh, I would say, I'd be like, man, I can't believe it's so good to meet you. It's good to see where I come from. I would ask him a whole bunch of questions. I'm not really mad at him or whatever. I understand, certain choices are made. You can't really change the past. I would just look forward to the relationship in the future and see if we could build something, you know what I mean? And that's it.
All right. How do you feel about the state of hip-hop in 2017, especially with the internet, the internet being what it is?
Oh man, what a question. I kind of went through the phases of it. I felt like it was kind of falling off for a while, but then I feel like it's coming back because the beats are so thorough these days. Like the melodies, the production is really taking it to another level. So that's first of all, the beats primarily instrumentally, I really like the direction hip hop is going. As far as like lyrical content and message, it depends on who it is. I do like Future. I like his originality. I like his flow. I like how he puts out consistent work. I think it's harder to be an artist these days because you have to put out a lot of work all the time. And I think that's also contributing to like a little bit lesser quality when it comes to the message. The message is really something that's kind of missing from music today. It's just the way it is right now, but the message ain't always, it's usually just like a good mood, like it's a party mood or you're having fun or you're talking about a girl or whatever. I got songs for ladies, like for days, especially with my new stuff, but it's a little bit different, So I do like hip hop. I like what I'm hearing. I look forward to new stuff, but I think it's still growing. I really like what Kendrick is doing because Kendrick, Lamar is, he's staying true and he's putting out, it's all about originality. Like he's coming fresh. He's coming with some stuff that's different. So I do like that. And I think that more cats will come up like that as time goes on. It's still evolving,
Right. I can definitely dig it. Do you think in 2017, with the internet being the way it is, do you think it's easier for cats to get recognized in hip hop, or do you think it's harder?
It's definitely harder. Definitely harder. You have a lot of people now who can just be rappers, right? Like, whereas before you had to act, you had to be like really offering something different. You had to send your music out to somebody who would sign you. You had to have a certain level of skill set, performance, you know. But then again, it's harder now. But you know, you got artists who are making a lot more money being independent. So it's like a win and lose, but it's definitely it's harder now, I think, to make it as an artist. It's a flip side of the situation because it's harder back in the days because you have to have more skill, but it's harder these days because you have to have you have a lot of competition, like a lot of people. You got to cut through the noise. You got to be able to have a lot of money for marketing and really keep going to get people's attention. People are fickle these days. The internet has definitely contributed to the fickle, kind of flash culture,
Yeah, I definitely understand that. You mentioned something earlier that you have quite a few songs for the ladies. I've always said rappers, MCs, artists who have the ladies behind them will definitely sell because women actually purchase. They download, they purchase.
Yes.
They buy stickers, buttons, posters. They are fans before men. So what made you, when you made songs for women, did you have this in mind, or what made you target women on so many songs on your project?
Oh, okay. Well, it's a good mix of things. First of all, I'll tell you exactly what you just said, almost word for word, was exactly what my brother told me a while ago. I would say 5 years ago or so. He would say the exact same thing. Women actually purchase, women support, because it's women's nature to be nurturing. You know what I mean? So I throw in some girls for the ladies. Sorry, I throw in songs for the ladies because not only because of that, but because a mix of things. I'll be honest with you, I like the reactions from a girl when she hears a song that she likes and it's coming from me. So I kind of, when I'm making a song, I like thinking about their reaction to it and the attention that comes from that. So I'll just be quite honest about this. That kind of drives me and excites me about making it. And I just want to give the world something that they will like. You know what I mean? And I definitely know that when women are behind something, they tell all their friends. They have their own little world. So they're power, right? Women are power when it comes to that stuff. So that's why I definitely would say that I have songs geared towards them.
All right. Also, your mother is a Canadian jazz singer, and she's the owner of.
Oh, you caught that? Yeah, that's true.
And
she is. She's very, very talented.
What's your mother's name? I'm going to Google her.
Her name is Anna. Yeah, Anna Romaine. Anna Romaine. She goes by the sophisticated lady.
Okay. How much?
She definitely put her thing down back in the day, and also up until the 90s, and even now she's still doing things. She's extremely talented. Definitely affected me from a young age seeing her on stage. So. Yeah,
that was going to be my question. Like, how did growing up with a talented mother affect you and shape you and make you want to pursue the dream even more?
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I always wanted nothing more than for her to have ultimate success in the industry. And although she had a very successful album, she's well known on the Canadian scene. She didn't really get worldwide, right? And I still believe that she can, but that also drives me to take it up from where she left off. You know what I mean? And to bring it further for the family, and also just for the state of music in general. So, I mean, it definitely inspired me seeing her there, performing and, being on stage definitely made me feel like we're something different. We can do this. So I feel like it's in my veins more when I see that. So definitely has a lot to do with it.
All right. And she also is the CEO of your label that you're signed to, National Defense Records. So what is it like working with your mom as your boss?
Oh, no, she's not the CEO. I'm the CEO. Okay, I own that record label.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I own that record label. She had her own back in the day, I think. It was called Anagram Records. But that was all her. I asked her questions when I started mine. I figured out how to register it, how to make it legit. So I asked her. She told me what to do. Go down to town hall. And this is also something for anybody out there who's listening who wants to get their own record label off the gun. You go register it. It'll cost you maybe $50, $100 at City Hall, and you make it official. So I registered that back in 2013, 2014. And that's when I put my first EP out on that label. So that's my label. National Defense Records is my label. It's kind of what I'm trying to come on.
Why'd you pick that
name?
name?
We're the soldiers in this, right? So.
Why'd you pick that name? That's a very unique name for a record label.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there's a few reasons why. I mean, I like the whole military aspect of it, just from coming from the perspective that I'm a swordsman with the tongue. I'm special division. Like you can think of me as like when I'm coming through your city, I'm coming through on a jet, but I'm being very careful not to bite Currency. Currency.
Definitely.
Currency's from so Currency, he's dope. So he has the planes or he has the jets. So my thing is a little bit different. I don't really use the imagery of jets, and I'm not really saying jets, but that kind of function. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to come with something different. And also what I try to do in my music is I want to install kind of like a sense of pride in our culture. Hip hop is a culture for me, right? So it's something that when people think about North America, like if I'm on the other side of the world and I'm seeing these pictures of Cameron and these guys in the boroughs of New York, I'm seeing a whole culture. So I feel like other countries don't really recognize that North America is not just about a corrupt government. It's actually about the people, right? So we have very strong people. So.
Okay. All right. And your EP, Acclaim, why did you choose that name, and what direction or what do you want people to get from your project?
Well, Acclaim is basically what I'm after and what I'll always be after when I make music. I want it to be acclaimed. Ultimately, I want it to be recognized. And I just want to make classics, man. I want to make records that are dope and just remembered. So I strive for that, and it was a daring title because I said, okay, boom, it's my first tape. Okay, Acclaim, boom. So I kind of was jumping ahead like, yo, this will get acclaim. And true say, whoever hasn't heard it does think it's pretty good. It got on Hip Hop Canada, got put on Hip Hop Canada when I put the title track Acclaim out. So that was encouraging to see that up there because that's a real official site. It was nice to see. So that was, I think, a little highlight. But ever since then, I've just been focusing on making real good music that can take it to the next level. And I have a whole bunch of work, so I'm just ready to be very consistent and just keep dropping them. I want people, when they listen to Acclaim, to just get a really thorough tape, man, from front to back, from song 1 to song 8. Just to take it in and just listen to the lyrics, listen to the beats, the topics, the different flows, and just get introduced to me as an MC, and just understand that it's all about Acclaim in this game.
You know what, and I definitely agree. This is a question that I ask a lot of artists, and I'm going to ask you this question before we get to your music. How does Jamel Thomas go about obtaining and keeping a fan?
Attaining and keeping a fan?
Yes, sir. How do you go about it?
So I get to attaining that fan by getting to his ears and understanding the process of putting out that tape into the new stuff. Now I understand that to get it to the fan, I have to employ certain people. I have to employ marketing, promotion. I have to actually get out there on the pavement, perform at shows, catch them on the subway, catch them after school, throw them a little tape. As soon as I get to his ears, I know I will have a fan because I got people who have heard the tape who are outside of hip-hop, like older people who don't even really listen to hip-hop, who told me that they really like that song because It's got a good energy to it. The flow is nice, and they're uplifted by the song. So I know as soon as I get to somebody's ears, I dare say that he might be a fan. Now, how I go about attaining that fan is putting music out on a consistent basis. Like, you got to be dropping at least a tape a year, if not two, but at least a tape a year. And you have to stay true to what made him a fan in the first place. So that means that I'm going to put out stuff that he's going to be like, oh, wow, this guy didn't change up on me, but he still managed to get on the radio. He still managed to keep his topics, out of the gutter, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, he still stayed true to himself. Whatever they're getting from me is always going to be real, and it comes through. Because people are very smart. They can tell what's fake. So I just feel like that's how I attain that fan.
All right, do me one big favor. Before I have you introduce the song, first of all, you mentioned freestyling. Can I get some bars, or is that asking too much?
Oh, shit. No, I can hit you with some bars. For sure.
Let me get some.
Okay, so F-15, Eagle on the scene. Fighter pilot first stop, NYC. But take it to him and defend that dream. Wu-Tang, baby, time to get that cream. Flying from the 6 with the ace on wing. Decorated, been in battle since 16. Now it's time, came here to try out for the baseball team. Take a swing and take a swing for the major league. Yeah, it's time to jet. Show up on the set. Deal with the real, put skills to the test. Chill with the vest. Build the connect. Thrill these women like Michael. Check. Let's talk straight like a lot of people gonna love it, some people gonna hate. Came to America, the land of the great. To play this hand and bloom with the flowers they made. Time flies by, better get on that chase. If you want something, better get in that race. Won't be young forever, pretty baby, don't wait. Hit the runway, better get it straight. Just
90 seconds.
All right, oh, you know what, I forgot to mention, because your EP Acclaim is, you have a producer that you work with like a lot on the EP. Shout him out real quick, because he's also on the single we're gonna play.
Oh yeah, Neo Tempest. He's my brother. We've been doing it together since, we walked home from high school together, and he was beatboxing and I was freestyling, and then we switched up. I was
60
down
seconds.
freestyle. So we go way back, and he's definitely doing his thing. He put out some tapes before, and he's working on his new stuff coming out too. He's a very talented producer. He's a very talented artist. And Neo Tempest, check him out, Neo Tempest Music. He makes beats. I mean, he's done some work with a couple cats off the Def Jam label. I can't remember their names right now, but they're like some cats off that label. He's got the production there with them. So he's doing his thing. He's digging.
All right, now let the people know.
And
let the people know how to find Jamel Thomas all over the internet and the world. How to get Acclaim if they want to get in touch with your producer. Just let the people know what we might have missed in this conversation.
10 seconds.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. They can get the whole Acclaim EP with the booklet off my website. I got it right there for free right now. It's www.jamelthomasmusic. So Jamel thomasmusic.com. And that's where they can get the whole EP. You can follow me on Twitter too. And of course on my Twitter it's connected to all my other social media. And then my website is there as well if you didn't catch it. So it's Jamel Thomas NDR. So the NDR is for National Defense Records. So Jamel Thomas NDR. So that's Instagram, that's Twitter. And that's it. So I mean, what they might have missed also is that I got some new stuff coming out. Looking at the end of this month, or right after the July 4th holiday, I'm gonna have my new single off my new mixtape coming out. So I'm gonna drop that single, drop a video, and then another single coming out at the end of the summer, and then that's when the tape will come out too, and then we'll take it from there. Gonna make a lot of noise with this tape coming out. I can promise you guys that.
All right. Well, I'm telling you, I love the joint. I love the single I'm about to play. But Mr. Jamel Thomas, do me a favor and introduce this record to the world.
Oh, this is Acclaim, featuring my man Neo Tempest. He produced the beat under my direction. We got the samples. This is the title track for my EP. And this track speaks for itself. It's about Acclaim, and it's about just being the best person that you can be and just using your talents to the maximum and not wasting it.
Appreciate it, sir.
And thank you so much for having me on.
And I appreciate you for coming on, man. Hey, one time for the Toronto Raptors.
Respect. Maybe they'll do something nice soon.
Appreciate it, my guy.
All right. Thank you, brother. Thank you. All right, we'll keep in touch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I thank y'all for checking out the show. We're in overtime. This is my man Jamel Thomas. The name of this joint is Acclaim. Y'all make sure y'all visit Jamel Thomas Music. Follow him on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Hey man, this joint is really, really smooth, but I see y'all in Facebook Live. So I want y'all to let me know what y'all think of it. It's your boy Vic XL, and you are riding dirty with Vic XL. And I'll be back tomorrow night at 11 p.m. But for now, let's ride out with my man Jamel Thomas.
Let me tell you why we in the game. A little shit change. Don't believe what I say. We now and forever all about the Acclaim. What's that? What's that? About the Acclaim. I'm playing. Let me tell you why we in the game. A little bit of flame. Don't believe what I say. It's now and forever all about the Acclaim. What's that? What's that? What's that? Northbound, housebound. How can I show you that I'm different from these other wolves? Talent with their henchmen. Travel miles with me in convention. If you allow your vision, if you're not down to listen, and let me your attention for just a couple minutes and some seconds, and I'ma show you a flow you know you have to mention. See yourself and friends with some high percentage memberships in. There ain't nobody else around who sounds like this. And if I'm wrong, that simply means my style I have to switch, because I live by what goes said off the Cuban links. Be original, be original.
They got too big now, they watching the box office.
Tell you why we in the game. A little bit change. Don't believe what I say.
One time my man Jamel Thomas represented Cali's on the movement. It's my second Cali artist in 2017. Man, Cali was really putting it in. One time for Cali, my man Tory Lane and Drake.
If it is
Cali's on the rise,
accepted
man.
as an art,
So you know what,
it
man? All
is the
you
same
artists
as
out
any
there,
other
out
art.
there, if you
The
got something to
popularity
say,
of it doesn't matter. Doesn't mean anything. When you get the popularity, you get something about money and not music.
I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist. Spitting from where the heart is. That's how you know this is honest. I promise to go the hardest I've been. Waiting the longest. Shooting for where the farthest. I'm a living down. Purple hearted like the martyrs. In the world that's so godless. I'm just studying with my goddess. Black cat, got my queen. Wonder what my other card is. The fact that I love progress got me spitting like it's August for the modest. I just wanna show you an artist. I just wanna make history. Make my deposit. Shed my blood, sweat, and tears. Become a king in the process. Do my thing, make a name in my city for starters. Make a lane in this game, and whatever the cost.
I see I got some people checking this out. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this song. My dudes, you still checking out the show? What do you think about this record? My man Jamel Thomas. Ladies out there, y'all go look him up. He's a handsome dude.
I know I'm not alone in my stand. I got my fam, call my homies with the phone in my hand. When I was 10, I knew that this was my only one plan. Now I advance like a pilgrim for my gold in my land. Like Nas told them, I showed them, I know that I can. And it's for my send my soul across the globe to expand. It's time to make plans, take shape, the mold of a man. I'm trying to make fans shake hands slow in Japan. When it's strong, evil contenders at your neck before you fall like September. Give your all before your death, cause when you're gone, you will remember what you said. They don't remember how much money you had when you're dead. When it comes down to it, it's about the respect. Would you be proud to play your music to your kids and their kids? You heard it said before that this life was a test. When you've been blessed with a talent, you should use it the best. Instead of leading people down the wrong path to their death, why don't you give them something good that they can use for the stress? Yeah,
back when I used to go to the club, everybody in the club like this.
A little shit change, don't believe what I say. We now and forever all about the Acclaim.
We done lost a little head now. It's a little head now.
I'm playing, let me tell you why we in the game.
musicians, especially young cats, you know, they get a chance to make all this money and they say, wow, that's fantastic. And like I said before, they lose themselves. They forget about the music itself. They forget about their talents. They forget about the other half of it.
Before you fall like September, give your all before you death, before you death. Before you meet your fall like September, give your all before you.
They got so big now, they watching the box office. Instead of going, they up there and watching the box office and forget about their people. When you look around, you don't hear them. So you don't play your public chief at no time. I'm the audience myself. I'm my own audience. And I don't like to hear myself play bad or sing it. So I know I ain't gonna do it for you. Do it for you. Do it for you. Do it for you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm about to get up out of here. I got to be at work at 7 a.m. in the morning. That's right, I do have a real job. But I'm about to be up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I know I'm competing against LeBron James. Y'all could have been watching the game, but y'all rock with me, and I really, really, really appreciate that. Y'all do me one big favor and go to JamelThomasMusic.com, or if you're on social media, make sure you follow him, Jamel Thomas NDR on Twitter, Instagram, and all social media, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have no idea. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate y'all for checking out the show. Whenever you get a chance, please check out my page on Blog Talk Radio, Ridin Durty Radio. Go to SoundCloud, check out the Ridin Durty Radio page, or go to YouTube and check out Ridin Durty TV. That's where I post all the videos from the shows. And last but not least, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Ridin Durty Radio, RIDINDURTYRADIO. Alright? Alright. I love y'all, man. I'm out of here. Y'all keep God first. Peace.